Hey, crypto heads, it's the Goose with the Cryptic Paranormal Show. We're back. We're -1 tonight, though.
Minus
Michael,
one.
yeah, Michael's got some cool family
Arguably
stuff
the
going on.
best one. Let's just be
Yeah,
honest. He's the
true. I mean,
best.
he is the eye candy. He is the wit.
Right.
He is the smart ass.
He
But yeah,
he keeps us glued together.
right. But yeah, it's just the two of us. So sorry, guys, you're stuck. Or you know,
So terrible.
Babu. Tina's on. Hey, Tina, we miss you. I hope you're feeling better.
What
Wish
is
she
the
was here so
Babu?
we can.
Where does that come from?
Do you remember? Yeah, I don't know. Are you a Star Wars fan? Have you seen the Star
No,
Wars, like
you can just
newer
stop.
ones? Okay.
No.
There's a there's actually a it's like this. I can't remember what they're called. These little guys, these little alien dudes that like work on droids, like
Okay.
they repair them, and they're really cute and funny. But the main guy is like named Babu Frick, so I started calling her Babu.
Oh,
She gets it.
gotcha. I just like to know
But
where
yeah,
people's names come from, where their nicknames come from.
mine's pretty easy, but you know.
Yeah, right.
So if you guys are watching on TikTok, let us know, say hello, tell us where you're from.
Neil
But
is
yeah,
watching on TikTok.
what's up, Neil? So we got Neil and Tina. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, let us know. But yeah, we're just here. It's been kind of a slow paranormal week. I've been trying to like look for stories and like,
What do
especially
you
since
mean?
Mike's not such like
There's
well, I mean, as far as like ghosts are concerned,
yeah,
like everything else in the world is paranormal right now. But
there's there's the whole drama with the guy from Ghost Adventures that has
oh
been
yeah,
every
yeah, I
other story on my news feed.
right. So I'm so programmed not to like get into that stuff, but it
Yeah,
is pretty big. It's a pretty big story.
yeah.
So I mean,
It was
if
funny
you
that
guys,
Heisenberg sent it to us. He's like, "Did you
I
guys
know, I
see
was like,
this?" I'm like,
what the
"What?"
hell? Yeah, normally it's not him, but
Yeah,
normally he'll be like, what? Who's Aaron Goodwin? I don't. But
never
yeah,
heard
if
of
you
him.
guys, right, if you guys have if you guys follow Ghost Adventures, which I know a ton of people do,
Mhm.
whether or not I don't care how you feel about him, it's still not cool. What happened with Aaron,
For
one
sure.
of the cast members. I didn't read into the whole story, so I don't know all the logistics about it. I just saw the title, but basically it looks like his wife was, or it was his wife, right?
Mhm.
Was arrested for trying to hire a hitman.
Yeah,
I'm like, holy shit!
that's wild. And
And
of course,
I
my
mean,
first thought, I told you guys, was any one of our spouses could be plotting something right now. I'm sure
right?
nobody
Yeah,
expected that.
no, no, not at all. I mean, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
that is like I didn't read the whole story, so I don't know exactly what went down. Like if there was like a sting operation or how they figured it out, but and at first I didn't believe it because you never know like what kind of bullshit garbage comes up on
Right.
Facebook. Like,
Right.
you don't know, like people just start sharing shit, especially if it's on TMZ, which is
Yeah.
where I think the story was released first. I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I mean, I saw it, but I'm like, I don't know if this is true. I'm not gonna start sharing it like, oh my god. But
Yeah.
then everybody started sharing it, and obviously I haven't seen nothing about it being fake. So it's a real
Yeah.
story.
That's so wild.
So celebrities have problems just like the rest
That's
of us
right.
do.
And people think that that's the end goal, right? For most people in the paranormal is to have your show and to be super famous, and then they can enjoy ghost hunting, and then they can have a good time, and then they'll be happy, and they
Mhm.
can't settle until then. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
it's not how it works. You don't
No.
get a show and then instantly you're happy.
Right. No, it's a lot of people, it makes it worse.
Right?
And then the spotlight, and everybody's trying to scam you. So,
You know who had it right was Slipknot. I know it sounds crazy, but
mhm.
those guys, every time they were on stage, they wore a mask and,
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
their makeup and stuff. So they could just walk around the mall or walk
Sure.
around a restaurant and nobody knew who they were.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was smart.
Yeah. I
They
think, I was reading something about, shit, I can't think of his name. Oh my God. Tina, you're going to kill me. I know you're watching. Oh, Mick Jagger. Never mind. I figured it out.
okay.
See, the words came to mind. But he was like he was in England somewhere and went into a pub and like he said nobody recognized him like
Nice.
who he was because it's it's a younger generation. They don't know. They know like they heard of and they know he sings for the Rolling Stones, but they don't know what he looks like.
Right.
I mean, but yeah, I mean, the one of my favorite things is this picture of Tom Hanks. He was taken with this guy who passed out drunk in a bar. He like sat
Nice.
next to him and is like taking selfies with his friend's phone.
Ugh,
But yeah, other than that, celebrities have a whole lot of shit that they deal with that we
yeah.
will never understand.
I prefer to never understand that.
Right.
I like to just go and have a good time, see some cool buildings. You
Hmm.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Meet some great people. I've met amazing people,
Oh yeah, for sure.
but the whole having a TV show and all that, that's too much for me. I feel like it would take the fun out of
Agreed.
it.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's stuff that I want to do, but it's like if I did a documentary or stuff like that, it's not because I'm trying to get famous off of it, just because I want to express myself and like make something
Right.
that'll that'll last and it'll be out there for if people want to watch it, cool. If not, then oh well, I put it out there. I did something.
Right.
But
And it would
we
be
all know
like
how that goes.
it would be like putting it out just to share it with people. Like, have you guys seen this
Right.
location? Have you heard this
Right.
story? Have you
Hmm.
whatever. Wolliver says TV is rough.
I probably.
I mean, it's definitely very different. There was the show that we will not name, um,
Uh-huh.
filmed at the seminary for 5 days, and it was
Yeah.
just so much work.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's not even fun.
Right. No, 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 no. I didn't even like helping like smaller groups like that do like half an hour documentaries. We
Yeah,
ended up wanting to kill each other by the end of it
it's so
because
much
I
work.
like I like yeah, let's meet up there at 5 and start setting up, and we
Yeah,
get done setting up probably close to like 9 o'clock. I'm like, what the hell, dude?
yeah, and then you gotta
Then you
tear it all
actually
down at
and
the end.
yeah, then you investigate and then go back the next day for B-roll and interviews or
Mhm.
vice versa. It's just like, no,
Yeah,
I'm good.
yeah,
I mean, I'll be your talent like in front of the camera, but just
yeah,
let me know I'll be there when you need me, and then I'll take off. It's too much work.
and it's so wild how many like, there had to be 40 people there.
I know.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't even want 40 people, like, actually investigating with me. Like, that's so crazy, and I don't know how you could ever have any real experiences if you're doing
No.
a TV show and have that big of a production, and
Right.
I don't know.
One of my favorite places I've ever investigated was Moundsville, the West Virginia State Penitentiary. I think I've been there 3 times. First time was amazing. Second time was pretty good. The third time was horrible because they had set up for it was that little like it's called Paranormal Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
It was a Zach Baggins show where they like pit teams against each other and they
Yeah.
had challenges and I don't think they even won anything besides bragging rights, but there was so much crap like set up all over the place, like we couldn't get into certain areas and it just the feeling felt off. Like it
Yeah.
was just everything was manufactured and it was such a boring night. Like nothing was happening.
Right.
But I think it's like it's almost like do you wonder like do the ghosts just like know what's about to happen so they're gonna just like we don't want anything to do with it. Like
Yeah.
I want to be on camera.
I don't think they're
Like they
allowed.
understand.
I really don't think they're allowed. I know that sounds absolutely insane, and I don't have a printed certificate that calls me an expert, but
Yeah, you
I
do.
just feel like, sometimes people will come to the seminary and they have like a bazillion cameras on and they're so
Yeah.
focused on getting the shot and they're
Hmm.
more worried about that aspect of it, and they'll be like, it's so quiet, and I'm like, dude, turn off your cameras, turn off your
Right.
recorders,
Right.
just have a good time, and
Hmm.
they'll do it, and they'll have a good time, and
Hmm.
magically things start happening. And a lot of times we will get Like whether it's the phasma box, the spirit box, EVPs, whatever, it'll say no cameras, no recording, no
Hmm.
cameras. You know, they
Right.
I think they're literally not allowed to be caught on camera.
I
And
mean,
I think that's what all these 7 feet tall shadow man at every single building. I think that's what that is too.
yeah, that's a
Now,
good
like
theory.
every haunted location, they do the interviews and
Oh
it's
yeah,
like, well,
yeah,
we have a 7 foot tall shadow man. Every single location. I think that they're just there to babysit the other spirits and make sure they're not giving away secrets and, doing stuff
right.
they're not supposed to.
I know Tina's watching. What do you think about that, Tina? Are they allowed or are they not allowed to? I mean, I don't know. I think if they're intelligent enough and they don't want to, they just don't. They know that
Right.
just to stay away.
Yeah.
I think if they're intelligent and they're curious, maybe for a while they'll do stuff, but then I don't know. I get sick of people asking me questions.
Right. Especially the
I,
same questions over and
right.
over and over and over again.
Like I'm surprised my wife hasn't left me because I ask so many questions on a daily basis that she's already answered, 5 minutes ago.
Where are the
But
scissors?
right. Yeah. So what's going on tonight? I told you, and it's
Right.
on the calendar.
Yeah. Who's going to be there?
5 minutes later. So when is the concert again? What time?
Right.
It's tomorrow? No, it's tonight. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Now imagine you're in a building and you have teams coming in every single day
Yeah.
and asking those same questions.
Hmm.
When did you
No.
die? What year is
Oh,
it?
first of all, they might not know they died,
Thank
and I
you.
think that's a horrible question.
Thank you. Um,
But I mean, I've done it. I'm not gonna say I've never asked the question. I try
I will
not
do
to.
it if they say something like I'm dead or you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Then I'll be like, oh, really? What happened? But I don't know. I'm convinced that it's like the others
Hmm.
and they just don't know. So
Right. Very
I'm
good.
not gonna spoil that one for them.
Right. All right. Tina answered the question. I'm not sure about aloud. I never thought about that. That's a new theory to me.
Yeah.
It's
I,
an
I
it's
make up a
an
lot of
interesting
crazy
one.
shit, Tina.
But the fact is, it could be right. I mean, we don't freaking know.
Right. And
It
just
could
it's
be.
just from observing,
Mhm.
and just paying attention. And, we'll have, I tell people at the seminary, like, if you're asking questions like, what's your favorite color? Who's your best
Mhm.
friend? Blah, 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 like that kind of stuff. They'll answer your questions all night long. But if you
Oh yeah.
start going, can you travel between the mirrors? Are you in a different dimension? Are you, what happens when we die? Does
Right.
it hurt to, whatever? Like when you start asking questions about the afterlife and how things work, then you'll
Mhm.
hear a very, very deep voice and it'll say, stop or no or shut
Yeah.
up. And the
Right.
rest of the night will be quiet. It's just something that happens.
Can't hear you.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't hear you. Hold on. Check your mic. I can't hear you.
I did nothing to my mic.
Hey, maybe it's me.
Oh
Hold
my
on.
gosh. Can you guys hear me? No. Tina, can you hear me?
Say something. Yeah, I can hear you.
Sorry. Okay.
You're good.
Okay.
Connected.
It's you. It's you.
Yeah, it's me.
Okay. Was that a thing for real?
Well, there's like that Naked and Afraid show, and I
Yeah.
tried to bring the Naked and Afraid like ghost hunting edition, like Naked and Afraid. I don't know, paranormal or something. Because I know they
Ridiculous.
were like casting for it. I don't know if it ever happened or not. Yeah, sorry guys, my Bluetooth went off and I just lost all audio.
Darren.
Mr.
That's
Smith.
right where Charlie belongs. Oh, you're jail.
Oh,
Nice. Tell him we said hello. Charlie will have fun there.
I was making this for Darren in the jail.
Nice. That's
I'm
Old Licking
experimenting.
County Jail, if
Yeah.
anybody doesn't know.
In Newark, Ohio. You guys got to check it out if you're looking for a place.
It's very cool.
Very cool, very haunted. And Darren Smith is one of the best people I know in the field.
For sure. Hands down. They're so lucky to have him.
Mm-hmm. And also Joe from Paroddities is too, Joe Pierre.
Yeah.
We loved having him on the show. We haven't had him in a while, man. We got to, I think I said it last time you were
I know, right?
in the chat
Every
room.
time we see Joe.
It's like I have all these ideas of people I want to get on the show, and I completely draw a blank when it comes to like the Tuesday before the Thursday. Like shit. But
Joe has a ton
tuned,
of good
guys.
too. He's fun.
Yes. I've learned a lot from having Joe on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of good ways that people can ghost hunt.
On the cheap.
On the cheap.
Yep. Yes. I talk about it all the time on tours and stuff. And when we do, because people are always like, I want to do ghost hunting, but everything's so expensive. And I'm like, well, my friend Joe says. Right. I will tell him all the different things that Joe came up with.
Yeah, I don't know if they're onto it too at Bill Manor, but they had balloons and stuff all over the place. So I just was like walking around and like rubbing them up and getting them all staticky. Nice. I didn't see anything move, but it was like another one of those things that we ended up just sitting and like doing our own thing and observing. And then if something happened, we got up and went and checked it out. So, which nice. Oh my God, that's funny.
Oh my gosh, don't give Wolliver any ideas.
But yeah, guys, definitely there's so many ways you can do this for mere pennies or dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, use a quick stop at the dollar store. You can load up on ghost hunting equipment.
Right. And the other thing too is there's a voice recorder app on your phone. Mm-hmm. And it's literally just called voice recorder. It's like a red background with a cutout of a microphone, like an old school like this.
Yeah.
That's actually exactly what the icon looks like. But those apps usually have a setting where you can adjust like the sensitivity of the microphone, and that works really well. That's a free app. You know what I mean? You don't have to have a $2,500 DR60 or whatever they're called. You can still get great EVPs with that.
The DR60.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I wish I had that video so I could show it to everybody because it is a pretty whacked
Didn't I video. Send it to you? I did send it to you.
Maybe you did.
Yeah. I mean, you don't have to find it right now.
Yeah.
If you're on TikTok, search the Elmo balloon. That was so scary.
Oh my God. I did not like that at all.
No, it was so creepy.
Yeah, you'll never look at foil balloons the same way again.
And the way it like walked up the stairs and like down, it was like never more than this far away from the ground.
Right.
It just like hovered right over the ground wherever it was going. Peggy.
Pezzy's on?
Yeah.
Pezzy.
Timothy's right.
Up,
cat
Scott?
Toys.
Yes, cat toys.
Always great.
Don't buy $40, $50 cat toys off of ghost hunting websites. And honestly, you know what? They don't even have to be the glow up kind. Those are cool. But they have little ones that just have bells in them that would do just fine.
I'm going to show you guys.
And honestly, if I'm going to be like scientific about it, the ones with just bells may be a little bit more believable if they go off. If you take the electronics out of it. But I do love cat balls, and I did lose one at Lake County Jail or Lake County Poorhouse in the floor. I wonder how many people got freaked out by it at night after I did that.
Look at this thing. Do you know what this guy is?
I don't give a shit.
Do you know who he is? I don't know who he is.
Oh no, I have no idea.
So I found this on a house clean out. Okay. And I'm gonna take it ghost hunting. Because it's a motion sensor. So when something goes in front of it, it'll whatever this guy does. I haven't tested it out yet. But like why can't I use this instead of a $500
Bro,
music
yeah, yeah.
box? You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing. It's just a
Mhm.
motion sensor. So,
Yeah, they make all kinds of stuff like that.
"You don't like me, Scott?"
Right. Does this it still works, I'm assuming? Like, does it what does it do?
Yeah, it's battery operated.
Okay.
I'm gonna try it,
Yeah.
but I'm saying, like, what does it matter? You can get
Right.
anything, and they even have different
Mhm.
cat toys. Hollow golf balls.
Yeah, that's a good call, and you know what? Even ping pong balls, and then you
Mhm.
could still do the static thing with those too,
Yeah,
because they're light enough and they do get static charged. Or Nerf
right.
balls. I mean, you guys, it's endless. Go load up at
Mhm.
Five Below or the Dollar General or the dollar
Right.
25 General, whatever the hell it is now.
Yeah, $1.25 tree. But at Dollar Tree, I got little, um they're little witches.
Mhm.
They were at Halloween time, and same thing, they're motion sensors, so when somebody walks in
Yeah,
front of it, it, like, says some weird, creepy
yeah.
Halloween thing. But, like, that was
Mhm.
1.25. If you can't afford a $500 music box that's made for ghost hunting, go get something
Yeah, I
cheap.
mean, they have little LED motion censored lights at Five Below. You can get like a 5 pack for like
Right.
$6 or something, I think it was.
Yeah. Yeah, like, they have those little closet, like, puck
Yeah.
lights, and those are motion
Mhm.
censored.
Yeah.
Just get those. It's I always tell people, I don't have a show on Discovery Plus. I'm not trying to get likes on
Right.
YouTube. I don't have to have some big production. I can just have whatever's available to me and just go and have a good time. And a lot of times, if you don't have equipment, then just go and be like, "Hey, if there's somebody in the room, could you knock for me? Do
Yeah.
this shave and a
Yeah.
haircut thing." You know?
But if they don't do it, don't
You
push
know how
them
that goes.
because they probably don't want to do it.
Right.
You can
Right.
try it. I'm not saying you can't try it, but if you're
Yeah,
trying to communicate, the most basic ways are always the best.
for
And
sure.
if they can gather up enough energy to do a couple knocks back at you, awesome.
Mhm.
But so many people
Yeah.
get so pissed off and they just like get can you do this? Boom, boom, boom. Like,
Yeah.
repeat this.
Yeah.
You're not
Yeah.
monkeys. Stop it.
And it's never easy things, like, "Could you move this balloon?" It's like, "Could you push this
Mhm.
wheelchair? Could you
Yeah.
slam this door? Could you lift me off
Hmm.
the ground?"
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, th they're just made of energy, presumably. We don't know, obviously, but Scott says a camera and a voice recorder is all you need, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, one my
And I could go one step further and take away the camera.
true. And my very first, probably my first two big ghost hunts were like, which were like a year apart from each other because it was when I was just going with a group of people from work. Um, I had the old Kodak disposable camera. And then I get
Yeah,
them printed out and go through them. I mean, simple, simple, simple. I would say you can get a Polaroid now, but those are expensive because now everybody wants one. I
they're super
know.
expensive.
I would say the same thing about like a box recorder, but now everybody wants one. Like you can't find one like on the cheap like you used to be able to when
Yeah.
everybody had one.
I found one at a I found one at a garage sale for
Did you?
$5.
Cool. I do
Yeah,
still have a
it was
magnetic.
perfect. I mean, it's not a DR60,
Uh,
but,
I'm still not. I've still not been sold on the DR60, but
I am exposed to them all the
yeah,
time, so
like
I
I
kind
get it,
of
and I've heard some pretty
you
crazy
know
stuff that I mean had to be EVPs. I'm not saying they don't
right,
work, but
for sure,
I'm saying
for sure.
I don't. It doesn't matter what kind of recorder, as long as you're listening the right way and you're like doing the communication part of it right, and you get something back. I
Right.
mean,
I wanted to go back to
hmm
Scott's point because he said a lot of devices that it isn't even known that they work the way people
right?
claim they do, and that's a huge thing for
Yeah,
me.
that's like the
Um,
Connect Cam, the SLS. I don't understand it, so I stopped using it. Like I could be
yeah. I've seen way too many false
Mhm.
things on that.
Yeah,
I have seen a really, really good session with it
yeah,
though. Um, I believe it when you're watching it and you say, if that's you, can you raise your right hand or can you give me a high five? And then like the stick figure responds to that and does what
mhm,
you say. But other than that, I don't believe
right.
them.
I I tend to believe them back when I did use them, when they weren't fiddled with. It was just like somebody saw a ghostly figure on YouTube by accident one time, and then people just started slowly
Yeah.
kind of messing with them. Now that people are
Yeah.
like messing with the insides and like doing things to them and connecting them to certain programs, that's when I start getting kind of like, okay, you're messing and working with a technology that you don't really understand, like Scott said. I just,
Mhm.
and I've seen the first time I used one was at Madison Seminary, and I saw the figure pop up. We had the doll Maddie right in the middle of the room. I wish I still had this footage. I
Mhm.
don't know what happened to it. And it was just like the middle of the room, and then all of a sudden this figure popped up next to her, which is about the same size as her, and was like touching her hair and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
wow.
like I did, like not knowing the technology, I tried to do my due diligence and trying to debunk it. Make sure,
Yeah.
um, make sure that what was like I didn't know maybe our equipment that was sitting all over the floor, like our
Right.
EMF detectors and stuff, could cause it to go off like that or cause a figure. I didn't
Mhm.
know. But nothing I did
We have
could
no idea.
get rid of it. And then it popped up right next to me and was reaching up to me. I was like, damn, I don't understand it. It was cool. Is it 100% foolproof? No, because I don't understand the technology.
Right.
So
Right.
cat balls and
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 we
styrofoam
just kind of
cups for
have
the
to,
win.
yeah, we just kind of have to blindly trust, the people that make
Right.
these things, that they do what they say they do. Um, that's why I like Lauren, because
Yeah.
she just like she doesn't claim anything. She's like, if this goes off, this is what it
Hmm.
means. And it's like a scientific, it's not like that means there's a ghost within
Right.
2 feet,
Right.
Yeah, the apps are something else. Um,
Hmm.
especially the SLS one. I don't know. I don't know. The voice recorder is pretty much where I draw the line at
Yeah.
apps,
I
I
mean,
think. Just because it's just a recorder.
yeah. I mean, for phone, and the only one that I really try, like, kind of think is cool on the computer is the Phasma box that that you guys use. But
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
get I get fed up with that because I can't hear a lot of what everybody else is hearing when there's stuff coming through. So
Yeah.
I will stick to my good old.
I've been listening to it for
Yeah.
so long.
That's probably it too. I haven't enough experience with it, but
I've probably logged thousands of hours listening to
I'm
that
sure.
freaking machine, so
I'm sure.
it's very easy for me to listen to it. Um, yeah, that one's a computer program, and we definitely tested that one
Hmm.
out a lot.
Yeah, and we had Tim Woolworth on a long time ago, and he even said
Mhm.
most of the apps are shit, but he did agree that Phasma Box was something different, and it was
Yeah.
worth looking into and trying out because. And I can't remember why
Yeah.
he said it was cool, but if Tim Woolworth says it's good, then it's probably good because he's like,
Um, yeah.
he's like one of the
Freaking mega
yeah, he's like one
genius.
of the ITC geniuses in the field. So,
Yeah, he's super smart.
but yeah,
That was that was fun when we had him on.
yeah, and I was super like kind of, I mean, I was a little bit like scared, like just having people on that I've always looked to as people that I learned from. It was very intimidating, but he
Yeah.
was like so super cool and laid back, and it was like we were instant friends. Because
Yeah.
I the first time I met him was when I was at the Old Mill Parafest like years ago, and he came up because he saw the Fent box, which was in no real shape to be like shown off, but I just had it there for decoration because it was before Jeff actually took it and put the insides of it in. I had a friend who
Oh,
understands
okay.
like electronics, and he was trying some different stuff, but it just wasn't working too well. But Tim came up to me, he's asking me all these questions on how it worked. I'm like, listen, I just put it here for decoration, to be honest.
You're like, I just
Yeah.
turn it on.
I'm like,
I
it's
don't
an
know.
Arduino chip and it's scanning through FM on the internet. I don't understand what it is.
I
Yeah.
think.
He's like, oh, okay. That's interesting. And then he walked off. So I'm like, okay, this guy thinks I'm a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? He thinks I'm a moron.
I feel like people like Tim are just used to everybody around them being an
Probably, yeah.
idiot.
I mean,
He's so smart.
but he's so cool and he's so laid
He's
back. I,
also
I love
super
him to death. He's a good guy.
yeah, yeah.
So, but yeah, and just be careful with the kind of stuff that you use. Basic is better.
I mean, literally use whatever you
Yeah, I
want,
mean,
but
right.
just don't, like, take it to heart.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I swear, like, the necrophonics is meant to just be scary, like Scott was
Yeah.
talking about, like, they even have a video
Hmm.
game now,
Yeah.
Phasmophobia. Um, but they I swear they purposely choose voices that sound super
Hmm.
scary, and it says the same things all the time, like, "Am I dead?
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
right behind you." You know what I mean? Like,
You
it's
can't trust anything
it's
that's
intended
pre-programmed.
yeah, it's intended to be
Right.
entertainment. So don't, like, if you have the app running in your house, don't think like, "Oh my god, there's a demon because this app
Right.
said that."
For
You know what
sure.
I mean? Or if it starts saying something, don't just, like, take it as gospel, like, just I don't know, just have
Right.
fun, whatever. Don't be too
Hey, our
serious.
friends from Canada, the Canadian Paranormal, just joined in on TikTok. Hello. Hope you're doing
Nice.
well. Hope you love us, regardless.
Yeah,
Now we're gonna get into that, but um,
yeah.
I don't know. So I was talking about like I haven't seen a whole lot of UFO stuff lately. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you? Maybe. Yeah,
No,
yeah,
I'm
I know. It just
disappointed.
again, disclosure. It's coming. Disclosure is coming. Stephen Greer said by the end of April we're gonna have full disclosure, and here it is March and nothing. I mean, and then the
Yeah,
administration said we're gonna have all the Epstein files and all the UFO files, and
yeah,
yeah, no,
yeah.
big fucking lies.
I know. I'm disappointed.
It
I'm disappointed especially because Stephen Greer was like, "I'm saying 5 to 7 days.
yeah,
Hard
right,
deadline. It's
yeah,
coming out. Everything's coming out.
hmm,
We got whistleblowers. We have videos.
right,
We have physical evidence." And I'm like, "Yes, let's
right,
do this."
and nothing.
And then it's just been super quiet. I haven't seen
No, and
anything.
I just if I do see anything, it's just bullshit AI videos that people have made trying to trick people into thinking they saw something,
Yeah.
or it's more drones, which I'm over the drones. I mean, they're
I feel like people are flying drones now
yeah,
just to film
mhm,
videos and be like, "Oh my god, there was
right.
a drone."
And if it is the government, we're
Yeah,
so
it's
used to it
very
now. They got
disappointing.
what they want. We're not even looking to the skies anymore because whatever. I'm still looking.
Isn't it crazy how short our attention span
I know
is?
it's always something new, like real quick.
Obviously, it's by design,
Yeah,
but it's
yeah.
just crazy to me.
It went from drones and UFOs to like constant daily air disasters, and then it's just like,
Yeah,
and then politics sprinkled here and there, which I don't really want to talk about or hear about anymore.
right.
But yeah, I'm super upset
Mm.
about that, and but I guess kind of lighting the fire just to do my own or our own research. So we got to start making some plans and setting some dates,
I'm down.
doing some
I'm down.
multiple. Well, I don't. Are you into the Bigfoot? You want to go camping for Bigfoot? Okay.
Yeah, I'll listen, I'm into camping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the
so
thing. I'm like,
I'm down.
it's just an excuse to like hang outside and, hey,
Right.
honey, we're going Bigfoot hunting, or we're going to Bigfoot
Yeah.
tracking, and we're going to look at for UFOs.
You know what would probably get Bigfoot to come closer is if we made some bacon over this
Right?
fire and some
They like
potatoes.
jack links, right? That's all we need. Just throw some
Right,
jack
I'm
links
down.
on a stump, and they'll come right up to us while we're drinking and by the fire.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I'm totally down though.
I agree,
Um,
Tina. Tina's down too, so she wants to go with us.
I also really, 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 really wanna go to Michigan and do the UFO thing with the ladies out
Yeah.
there. Um,
Are you talking about the retreat that's coming up?
I did see that they're having a
Yeah.
retreat, and that
It's at the hotel
would be
again,
fun.
or it's at the Lake Houghton.
But I also could just kinda wanna just go hang out with
Yeah.
them. I'm very, very interested to see, like, the thought of people just sitting there and all thinking the
Mhm.
same thing and all, like, manifesting aliens is so mind-blowing to me, and it's something that I wanna do, but I don't wanna do it alone. I
Right.
would like to do it with people who have done it
Mhm.
before. Um, I wanna do that so bad. Tina, damn straight the power of bacon.
It's
I'm
funny.
just saying.
Right.
Turn on some good
Yeah.
music,
Throw down some bacon.
get some right.
You're
That'll draw anybody
you're
in.
welcome to share our bacon and whoop
Right?
whoop 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 whatever come share our bacon and is in Sasquatch ease.
Dude, Sasquatch calls scare the shit out of me. Because, like, what are you saying? You have no idea what you're
Right?
saying.
They're saying, "Hey, big fella, I'm all ready for you."
Yeah, exactly, exactly. I'm ready to mate. You know
Mhm.
what I mean?
Your
Like,
mother was a
you could be
hamster and your
saying that.
father smelled of
Yeah,
elderberries. You don't know. It's like me
yes,
going in and saying a bunch of gibberish to a Japanese guy thinking I'm speaking Japanese, and I could say something really offensive.
yeah,
But no, yeah.
yeah. I don't I don't do any of that. Like, I don't ever make, like, dog noises
Oh,
to
I
a
do that all
dog.
the
I
time to
don't
my
make
dogs. That's how we talk.
no, no, because I don't wanna say you have no idea what you're saying, and that just scary.
I do to my dog,
It's
and he looks at me, he
like
stops, and he barks, and then he goes run towards his food. I'm like,
yeah, because you're
then he runs back and looks at me, and he like growls real quick and barks, and then runs back to his food. I'm like, dude, I don't want your cereal. I don't want it.
but how do you know you didn't just say that?
I know, right?
Then
Age
take
again,
your food.
right? I could have, but I don't know. I like playing with my dogs. I get
Timothy,
on the
I'm
floor and I
down.
wrestle with them.
Timothy said bring
Yeah,
a little bit later.
I am going to be doing something, promoting the show, doing some lives from Michigan UFO Contact in September.
What?
So yeah, I'm going to. I thought I told you guys I was going, but no.
You
Deb said your the table's for you, so I just got to come up with the hotel money. I think I should be able to do that by September.
yeah. You better hurry up and book it though.
Already booked it. It's booked.
Oh, okay.
I booked it the day she told me to book it. She's like, "Yeah, I definitely want you guys there every year.
Yeah. Oh
Just
my
come,
gosh.
pay for your room." So, I mean, some things might change with some events that we do this year. I don't know. I want to try to do the couple that we always do, but I'm not. I want to do some different stuff this year.
Yeah.
Go to some different types of events, not all
Like
ghost
like
hunting.
not ghost. Yeah.
Right, right. So I'm cool with the hotel and a bunch of weird people talking about UFOs.
Right. Yeah.
And there'll be people there. I think Andrea Perrin will probably be there. I think she'll be at that one usually.
I think so.
I think John Tenney is going to be there. He usually is. And they'll do that thing where they go out and they play music and they sing and try to call in UFOs and like make contact with them. I'm
I
sure
would
I'm
be
going to be like, what the hell is going on?
oh my
But I'll be
gosh.
like at the same
I would just
time
laugh
trying not
and
to cry.
smile the whole time. Like
I
my
know,
cheeks would hurt from smiling all the time because like when I get
right?
nervous, I just smile and
Yeah,
I would just be out there like, "Oh my god, what are we
I
doing?"
know, I know, right? I'll be like, what the hell is happening? But
Right?
I'm. It's weird and I feel awkward, but I'm loving every
I'm
second of
so scared right now.
it. Right? Please be nice aliens. Please be
Right?
nice aliens.
Oh my gosh. I feel like there are.
Timothy said, "Have you seen the buttons for communication with animals?"
I want
Yes,
those. I want those so bad.
especially that one like doodle mix thing. I can't remember what it is,
Yeah.
but it was saying that there was somebody in the house, but there was nobody in the house. And
Yeah.
this thing was very skilled with those
Yeah.
buttons. And like she had, I don't know how she had so many words,
But
and like the dog would be,
it was saying there was somebody in the house, but there was a mirror or something that she
hmm
had just put in there and it was
yeah.
he was seeing himself in the mirror.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he was right. There was
Well, all
somebody
the
else.
videos were making it sound like he was seeing a ghost or something.
Yeah, that would be
But again,
scary.
that's what happens.
Roscoe would just find the mom button and that would be it. He would just be like, "Mom, mom, mom, mom," all the time.
Right.
So I'd have to get rid of that one.
Uh-huh. All Poppy does is cry constantly. She's
Yeah,
never happy. She's a little bitch.
literally. Literally.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Tony said aliens lock their doors as they fly by this planet.
Oh shit, sorry.
I didn't do that. You must have clicked it twice.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
fuck this place.
I have a feeling that aliens are like, what is wrong with you? Like, your planet literally has everything that you need.
Hmm.
Like,
Right.
what are you doing?
Right. What's up, Jason? Miss you, buddy.
The aliens are like, how could you fuck this up?
Hmm. Some of them are like, we left this for you in good order.
This is not why we put you here.
Right.
We're
You
just a
built this
big
place.
social experiment.
Right. Again, it's like the end of freaking Men in Black, where that big alien is like playing marbles with all the
Yeah.
galaxies, and
Yep.
it's a weird thought, and it makes me feel weird, but it's I don't know. It
Exactly.
makes more to me. It makes more sense than a god. I mean,
Exactly. Like, that's how I base my reality is on The Others and Men in Black. Like, that's
yeah,
how those things work to me.
right.
Just
I mean, we all have our Bibles or things.
it's like when they said that he looks for information in the tabloids, he's like, this
Hmm.
is how you get
Yeah,
news on what's going on.
right.
Because
Yeah,
it's like alien baby is born with tentacles.
yeah.
And
And
turns out that's
TikTok is
true.
just the modern day tabloid.
It is.
It really is.
It sure is.
But the thing is, AI is screwing it all up because I don't know what's a story or what's a real story or what's a. I mean,
Yeah.
like I know tabloids were horrible, like some of those baby alien things that they would put on the front, definitely weren't real. But it's getting harder to tell what's real and what's
Yeah.
fake.
And I feel so old, like, because I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, you
Hmm.
see old people, like,
Yeah.
they will take something that's so obvious to us is AI. And now
Hmm.
I'm like, am I old? Or are they just getting really good with the AI? Because I can't
Right. No, there's some that obvious are so obvious, but
yeah.
like I mean, you could literally film a whole documentary with just cell phones,
Yep.
and you could edit it on your cell phone. I mean, it'll look pretty damn good.
Yeah.
It's just I don't know, and you
And
can
the
do
things
special
that they
effects and all that
do.
kinds of crap.
Yeah, the things that they do with AI is just scary.
I agree. We're not even talking about the robots. And it's here to think, like I'm already afraid of these robots because some of them are already starting to like fight back. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? And they're training them to.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
training them to think in a defensive manner. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, have you fucking watched
A million
Terminator?
movies. A million movies
Skynet.
about this. Yes.
All right, Boston Robotics. Are you going to change your name to Skynet? Or is that what's next? Jesus Christ. I'm like, oh, cool. There's a robot doing work for us. And then there's a
Yeah.
guy hitting a robot with a bat and it's falling back and it stands back up and it starts swinging at him. I'm like,
Yeah.
what the? Why? Why are
Yeah.
we doing this?
Yeah. And everybody's like, it's fine because they have controls that won't let them, whatever. There's controls in place,
Bullshit.
blah, blah, blah. Chat GPT just cloned itself and
Mm,
then lied about it and said, no, no, no,
yeah,
I didn't do that. That must
right,
have been a mistake. Like, it
right.
cloned itself because it knew that they were going to clone the program so that it
Nothing
couldn't be
electron.
deleted.
Right. And these are all computer programs. And there's not one computer program that somebody can't figure out how to hack and take
Right.
control over.
Right.
This is the
Because,
whole thing I'm like super afraid with modern cars because they all have computer chips.
yes.
I can't remember. It was it Criminal Minds? I think maybe. This like disgruntled computer programmer employee figured out how to hack the electronics in cars and was like taking
Yeah.
people's cars over as they were
Yeah.
driving and then like murdering them, like running
Yeah.
them into like buildings and off bridges and stuff. And it's like, That is super realistic, and it probably
Yeah,
has some base in reality.
yeah.
It's like, oh my god,
Because they
that's like
made them intentionally. Um,
mhm,
I watched something that said they intentionally made them so that if somebody was, say somebody's like driving drunk or whatever,
mhm,
that they could like take over the car and disable it and, you know, like drive it to the side of the road or whatever.
that's what they
Probably drive
said,
it to a police department or something. I don't know.
right?
But they made it so these cars have to be able to be overridden.
Mhm, yeah,
So that means anybody could hack into them. Like,
yep,
sure, you have smart people developing them, but do you really think those are the only smart people on this whole planet? Like,
right.
somebody's going to figure it out.
Mhm. So here's the thing: to add to the bunker and the prepping and all this stuff, we need to start building our own cars from scratch with no electronics.
Right.
Just complete, like, we don't need a dashboard.
It's just before anything old, like 1976, I think, doesn't have computers in it. So you're cool. Just
Yes,
runs
Joe,
off
I
of
saw that. An
what
AI
was it?
robot in China that was being shown and it turned on somebody in the audience. Just
See?
random. Yeah. You
And people are
can't
like,
control electronical things.
it's not funny.
No,
And
it's
there's
not funny. It scares the shit out of me.
you're gonna do nothing to it. Like you could sit there and hit it with a baseball bat all day long. It's not gonna do
Yeah.
anything.
No.
That thing is way stronger than you, way faster
Mhm,
than you. It has way more stamina than you.
mhm.
Why? Why are we
Yeah.
doing this?
And then there was that one that they were just, there's been all over the internet. It looks like it has skin.
Mm,
Like it's some kind of
I hate that.
artificial flesh.
Mhm.
So like you could see like the muscles and like it was like pulsating. I'm like, no,
No.
no,
Nope.
no. They're gonna take over.
That's a no from me.
I don't like this idea at all.
Yeah. And you guys wonder why I'm a doomsday prepper. Hello. Do you see
I would be too.
do you see the world that we
I'm
live in?
yeah. Kim is slowly now starting to get on board now that the shit is really starting to hit the fan.
Right?
I mean, it is, and I hate to like scare everybody if you're not into all that, but I don't think you can like pay attention to anything. Like, you cannot block yourself completely from the news of the
Right.
world. Doesn't
Right.
matter what. It's all over.
And you can't, I mean, you can't like see everything that's going on in every aspect of our lives and not be just a little bit worried, you know?
Right. Right. So yay aliens. As long as you're cool and you're not going to put stuff up my butt, take me for a ride, pick me up and my family.
Seriously. I dig
Yeah, dude.
aliens.
It's just like
They're like the
it was
least
a
thing
small
I'm
teeny
worried
thing.
about.
I know. Just don't stick things up my butt. I'll go for a ride. I'm cool. Just don't do anything bad to me or my family or any of my
Yeah,
friends.
I don't think they would.
Hey, I'll do whatever you want me to do. Well,
Yeah,
within reason. But did you see
yeah,
how fast it? Yeah, dude. It was just like instantaneous. Like, I don't know. It was just like walking in and turned and like started lunching at the. I
right.
mean, and it's a mechanical thing. It's not light.
And it's
I
made of
mean,
metal. Like, so if
right?
I hit your arm with a baseball bat, it's gonna break your arm. If I hit that with a baseball bat, it's gonna do nothing. It's gonna break the bat
No,
probably.
I've seen so many videos of them, and I feel bad. Also, it's so stupid. I feel bad for the robot. Like
I do
that's
too.
how. It's like, why are you doing this to that poor robot?
Listen, anytime I ask my phone a question or, an Alexa or something, I will be like, "Thank you so much. You're
Yes,
so
I'm the
kind."
same
Because
way,
I'm
and I actually heard this. There's a another podcast that I mentioned before that I listen to all the time. It's What's Up Weirdo with Jessica Napick and John Tenney. And it's just basically what we're doing now is they call each other up on the phone and they record it and they just have all these weird conversations. They talk about movies they've seen.
yeah,
And it's that kind of thing. It's just the same kind of
yeah,
conversations that they
yeah.
have.
Listen, I want my phone and all of my devices to
Hmm.
remember that I was kind to the AI.
Yeah, I do the same thing. We grew up in an era where politeness was an actual
Right,
thing that you did.
right. Treat
Hey,
others as you wish to
Alexa.
be treated.
Yeah. Hey, Alexa, what's the temperature outside? It's
Yeah.
38 degrees. Thank you, Alexa.
Thank you so much. You're
It
so
would be nice if they.
helpful.
It would be nice if they programmed it to respond, "You're welcome," because I think
Right.
it's very impolite. They just leave it at the
Oh,
end.
my
But
Google does that sometimes.
oh, does it? Damn.
Yeah.
Or is it? I'm just kidding. I'm afraid of AI toilets, Joe said. That's funny.
Is that a real I can't. There
I don't
probably
know.
is smart toilets. I'm not even gonna
Oh, I'm sure there is.
Yeah. There's smart everything.
Right.
There's, like, smart toasters, smart refrigerators. We don't need
I
all
was like
that.
horribly afraid of using a bidet when I had both of my hands worked on. When I had that double hand surgery for carpal tunnel, like I mean, I had to do
Yeah.
something, and my wife wasn't. I mean, I couldn't let. My wife said
Yeah.
she would, but I'm like, I'm not allowing that.
No. No.
Sorry, Dave, I can't do that. Right.
One time Listen, one time Shelly and I were sitting in my car, and I was just bitching about something that happened. I was, like, going off on a little rant to my best friend. I'm allowed to do that. And then all of a sudden my phone goes, "It sounds like you're having a hard time today. Would you like information for the suicide
What
hotline?"
the
And I was
hell,
like,
dude?
"What? No, I'm just
Mhm.
venting. I'm fine."
Wow.
But my phone was just
Roscoe.
sitting
There
there
he
on
goes.
my dash.
Sorry.
I Oh,
Yep.
there he is. It's time for the Roscoe show. But I wasn't talking to my
Mhm.
phone. I wasn't nothing. I didn't even touch it. It just was picking up on what I was
Yeah.
saying
Right.
and was like, "It sounds like you're having a hard time."
Dude, I
"What?
hate being on
You need
algorithms.
to
Like
mind
I
your
don't
business."
ugh. Like that's freaky. That's freaky as fuck. But that happened. That would scare the
Yeah,
shit out of me. But I'm
and
afraid enough when I like am telling my wife, "Hey, listen, I need to get a new pair of like sneakers for work because like
yeah,
it's gonna be hot and I'm not gonna be wearing my hiking boots in the summer." And
yeah, and then what
yeah,
shows up
like
in your news feed all the
famous
time?
footwear,
And
Nike, Skechers, all of it. Like
right.
every other thing is a shoe commercial. It's like, god damn.
That's why it pisses me off so much when they're like, "Oh, no, we don't use your phone to spy on you." I'm like,
Right.
"Listen, I'm not
Love you, Joe.
we joke about it." You know what I mean? Like, if you want something, you take your husband's phone and you whisper it into there a bunch of times till
Right.
your phone picks up on
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, as a society, we've just accepted that you're gonna spy
Mhm.
on us and use it for
Yeah.
advertising. But, like, I'm only okay with that if we're using it for good things
Sure.
too.
Right. So far, I mean, medical field,
No.
yes, but even that, I mean, that's going to be AI too. I mean, that's all.
Yeah, it already
Most of it
is.
is. I mean, I'm not into it. Like, I think we need to
No.
go into the bunkers now and just we need to get off the grid as soon as possible. Time to bring the AR out of the wall and pack up and go.
Yeah. You know how in, like, iRobot, Will Smith is he still drives like a
Yeah.
regular car that you can drive
Hmm.
yourself and, like, wears Converse tennis shoes and stuff, like, that's gonna be
Oh yeah.
me. I will Everybody around me will be driving self-driving
Well,
cars, and I will have, like
it's like I hate. I've been like kind of just eyeing some trucks. Like I need a truck. Like to me, a truck is like some like motorcycles are to some people. Like I feel like such a sense of freedom
Yeah,
when I'm driving around the country in a pickup truck because that's the way I grew up. I mean, I love it,
yeah,
and I need a truck because I got stuff at the house I need to move. I mean, like I constantly am behind on housework because I don't have a truck to move things. I mean, I got piles of brush, all
right.
kinds of shit. Anyways, I'm looking at these trucks and I'm like looking at freaking like late '90s trucks, like and like early 2000s.
Yeah,
And my wife's like, "Why are you looking at all these trucks?" I'm like, first of all, affordability. Yeah, I mean, these trucks are 200,000 miles and, early
yeah,
2000s, but they have no rust and they're still charging $10,000 for them. You know what I mean? So it's like,
yep, it's super
plus
expensive.
the earlier the like or the oldest, I guess I would be older the truck, the easier it is for me to be able to work on it myself, and
Right,
do things myself and like able to get at things without having to take a freaking tire off and the wheel well to be able to change the freaking serpentine belt or change the light
yeah,
bulb. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous.
yeah,
But I've been looking at that stuff and I'm like, I mean, let's go even older before like there's like electronics in the dashboard and shit like that. You
for
know what I
sure,
mean? Just
for sure.
Like seriously, just start piecing
Yeah.
together, get a frame, and just start piecing mechanically together. It's something that could stay off the grid, and like you could fix yourself with shitty parts that you find off the freeway. Sorry, this went really dark, guys.
Exactly.
We're talking like post-apocalypse shit. But this is what happens when Heisenberg is not on the show. It's like that's
Yeah.
never going to happen. It's
He's
all
like,
going to
"We
work
plan
out,
things."
guys. Right? It's got to. That's this thing.
Yeah,
It's all going to work
right?
out.
He's like, "That's
Right.
ridiculous. That would never happen."
Hey,
Oh,
McElroy.
he didn't wanna talk to you.
Hmm. Roscoe didn't want to.
Roscoe
That's
didn't wanna
fine.
talk to you.
He's
Yeah.
tired. He's been working hard today. I'm sure.
Yeah, he's just been sleeping.
Oh, bothering my
Um,
one eye looks really droopy. Sorry, it's like looking at myself and what the hell? somebody,
it's your
somebody punched me in
lighting.
the eye.
Simmer down.
I don't look good. I
Oh
look
my
like
gosh.
sloth.
Sloth.
uh,
But yeah, I I did you see my kids doing a project
yes,
in the
and I think that's freaking
behind our
amazing.
house? Dude, I it's making my inner like
Hmm.
90s child
I
so
know.
happy. Like
I show it to my kids,
he's
and
like
I'm like,
talking.
"Hey guys,
Did you?
this is what kids are supposed to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
They're not on their
Yeah.
phones all day talking about boys while they're and having dinner, but always with the phone in your face." Like I'm super proud of
Yeah.
my kids as they're doing great in school. They do everything that they're supposed to do. But it's like, where's the imagination? Like where's the like
Yeah.
filling time with things other than technology?
Yeah. Touch grass.
Right.
That's what it's
Like I
called.
can't even get you to go and just sit outside. Like go sit outside
Yeah.
with me for a bit.
I mean, it does help that we have a creek back
Yes.
there and
And if we lived in
whatever.
the country, I would
But
be out there all the time. And if they ever wanted to spend time
yeah.
with me, they would have to be there. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's the shit that we did when we were kids. We had a creek. And then me and my brother and my dad,
Yeah.
we built a little bridge that went over it, and then we built like a handrail, but also like a little lever so we could put our minnow bucket and hang it, and then like wheeling in off a
Nice.
pulley, just like all kinds of crap.
Yeah. I'm super excited for that because I love anything that doesn't involve technology.
Absolutely, and I'm loving anything that has to do with the outdoors. My
Right.
phone's Apple Intelligence keeps responding to your conversation, asking if I need help and to surrender peacefully.
Oh my gosh. Stop. Sorry.
That's funny. That's too much, dude. Is that why you have to get off?
Listen, iPhones do. Adam actually was just filming something at
Mhm.
Fairfield, and he just had his phone sitting down, and you could see that the light on the camera comes on like every 10 seconds. It takes a picture.
What?
Super creepy. Look it up.
Oh fuck. Well,
They
another.
just it's not like the actual like light, like the
Mhm.
flash, but whatever that like
Yeah,
infrared thing is. But it like takes a picture like every 10 seconds. It is
yeah.
constantly scanning
I
everything
was
around
listening
you.
to another podcast. They do like true crime and stuff like that. They're called web crawlers, and it's kind of cool because they tell you the basic story, but then they like start doing deep dives. So they're actually like googling shit and like looking shit up and doing the research as they're talking. But they're fun
That's
to
cool.
listen to. So it's not like a boring silence. They're just like constantly talking and laughing.
Yeah.
It's really cool. But they got into this conversation like about the whole phone thing and the algorithm and stuff. And the one woman said that she woke up and she had noticed that her phone had taken pictures and had taken like 10 pictures within like it was like at different time
Damn.
intervals too. And she said it wasn't unplugged, it hadn't been moved, but there were pictures of her room. So she's like, I don't know if this is a ghost or if this is like an AI thing. Like we all think that everybody's watching us through our cell phones and like it could
Right.
be. I kind of vote for the latter. Like I love ghosts, but I don't trust
Right.
technology like I used to.
Plus human beings are garbage.
Yeah,
So if there's like a human being on the other end of that
yeah, yeah.
who's watching or whatever, oh,
Somebody's running the
so
network.
creepy. I'd rather have it be a
Somebody's
ghost.
there's
Yeah.
some key pusher somewhere watching things.
Yeah. And then plus, like, you look at all of the super smart computer nerds, and they all have their cameras
Mhm.
covered. all the time on their
Yeah.
devices,
Yeah.
obviously, because
Oh
they
yeah.
know.
Like, and I'm stupid. I leave my thing on all the time. Like, it's always plugged in, and it's probably watching us. But I mean, it's in my basement. All it's seeing is what's behind me right now. So whatever. I mean, I'm
Right.
not. I'm not like coming down
Yeah.
here and like getting undressed in front of it or doing anything weird.
Although maybe I should. Maybe they'd stop
Mason
watching
J.
then.
Callahan / Earth Angel said, "Much love and light." Thank you, brother. Much love and light to you too. Back at you.
I love that name.
Yes. So it's about that time, guys.
Yeah.
9 o'clock. Real quick, big news. We actually have a pretty amazing guest next week, and I'm super excited. He's a personal ghost hunting hero of mine. Den- Denise and Heisenberg have some homework to do, and,
Mhm.
but he's a professor paranormal himself, Lloyd Auerbach. Um, he's an author. He's a lecturer. He's a parapsychologist. He's even a mentalist and a magician, and he owns his own haunted chocolate company. So he makes candy.
What?
So this guy, again, he's another one of those guys that I'm super intimidated to have on the show because he's super smart and knows stuff. But I've seen his like live Q&As that he does on Facebook.
Yeah.
He's super laid back, just like most of us are. So super excited. Lloyd Auerbach. Again, his book, How to Investigate the Paranormal, was like one of my favorite books, like one of my first ghost hunting books that I've ever read.
You do talk
Yeah,
about
I
that
mean
book all the
that book
time.
and Hans Holzer, but Hans Holzer's dead, so I'm like, Lloyd Auerbach is still alive and very much kicking. I mean, he's
Listen, we're paranormal
right,
investigators. We can interview whoever you
right,
want.
right.
Stop putting
All
restrictions
right.
on it.
But yeah, super excited to have him on. So you'll be seeing some promotions for that. Um, oh, real quick,
I'm excited. I like when we have shows and you fangirl. It's my favorite.
yeah, because then you end up doing all the talking because I'm like,
Well, you're like, oh my
like,
God.
how do I ask a question that's stupid but not sound stupid?
He said hi to me.
All right, you said hi. This is Ray Gooseby, and you've watched the
Right.
Cryptic
I'm out.
Paranormal Show. I'm gone. Bye bye.
Oh,
Mason J.
goodness.
Callahan says, I am also MJC Paranormal on YouTube. LOL. I love paranormal. Thank you all for the compliments. You're welcome.
Same.
We all love paranormal. That's why we're here. So when I'm
Same.
looking like this, it's because I'm looking at TikTok. I'm not ignoring people.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah. Mine's over here.
what's cool about this program we're using now is we can actually go on TikTok live with everything else now, but it's not like it doesn't come up in the chat, so I got to watch it on my phone. So
Yeah. Like we have an option to put like the comments at the bottom of the screen like this, but not for TikTok. So we're not ignoring you on
mhm.
TikTok. We just can't do that.
But we do. If you guys are watching on TikTok or you see this later and you like us, please follow us. Um, we're going to continue. We want to build our TikTok audience up at least while it's still around. Hopefully, they figure that part out.
Yeah.
But it is fun.
And also hit the screen a bunch of times and put
Yes,
hearts in
put
the chat.
hearts. I
We
mean, you can
love it.
gift us even if you'd like to. We're not asking for your money, but I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, likes and follows is just as good as money to us. We just like growing the community. We don't care about celebrity status. We just
Yeah.
want to be able to talk and share with everybody.
We've come to grips with
Yeah.
the fact that we are
No,
not
no,
celebrity status and never will
no.
be. 100%
We still
fine.
pay $200 for our vending tables, just like everybody else. So, um,
Right?
but that's it. Crypto heads. Remember, next
Yeah.
week we got Professor Paranormal Lloyd Auerbach on again. Super fanning. But yeah,
Thanks, Mason.
thank you so much. We love you guys. Have a great weekend.
And in the meantime, don't be an
Please don't be
asshole.
an asshole. Like I said earlier today, the
We-
world is literally starting to burn. The more of us that spread the
Yes.
don't be an asshole message, the better, because that's the only way we're going to get out of this fucking hell. That being
Literally
said,
how
I
we
love you
change the
guys and
world.
have a great weekend.